one word that describes grief to a child.
Loss. I really think that parents misunderstood children and children should be heard. Like, for example, my mother, she was very keen when I went through grief and I went through counseling. I really think counseling is really good for a child, but before a child goes for counseling, parents should first take good keen look on their children, because me, I see parents sometimes they think they're the only ones who grieve, but they don't even know that children even grieve. Yes, they cry this day, but they go and play the other day, but they're not even keen on what they are doing.
If you could have a dinner with any one person in history, who will it be?
Jomo Kenyatta.
Who is this kid, by the way? Who are you? You are just too much. Or what do you think? Yeah, I do. This girl.
What if a single shift in your perspective could transform everything? Welcome to Perspective Flux, a podcast dedicated to evolving viewpoints, lifelong learning, and personal greatness. My name is Jemima, and I'm here to guide you through the beautiful chaos of growth. Welcome to Perspective Flux. My journey, your invitation.
Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my podcast, Perspective Flux. Perspective Flux is a podcast where your voice matters and you enjoy your freedom of just what you think, what you really imagine, and what you can do. That's what Perspective Flux is all about. So, today in this episode, I am so glad you are here today, because what we are about to talk about and to share with you is not just an interview. It's a conversation that I believe will stay with you long after you press stop. Now, let me ask you a question. When was the last time a 10-year-old stopped you on a track and challenged you about courage, about grief, and about love? Just when was that? Kindly comment down below. As an HR practitioner, I'm fully aware that Data Protection Act calls for consent when you are interviewing or sharing information from an underage. And this is just to let you know that Acing Life with Jemmie and Perspective Flux adheres to the rules. So for this, today I'm hosting Marrie, who is 10 years old, and we are all have adhered to the protocols, and we have consented to everything from ourselves to the parents. And also, it also depends on what is our aim. Our aim is to educate the young children like her, and also to help parents take care of their children during grief and how to handle them, or rather, what you need to focus on as a parent. And that's why we have hosted her, who has also written a fantastic book that is talking about My Heart Remembers. It talk about grief even in children. So that's why you're hosting her, and you have all adhered to the Data Protection Act. Thank you very much. Today's guest is Marielyn Wandia Kihumba, and she's 10 years old. She's a student at Nairobi University. Ona nimesha kuweka Nairobi University. Man, you are going places. Do you want to go to Nairobi University?
No.
Which one do you want to go to?
Strathmore.
Strathmore. Oh, so she's a Nairobi primary student who is aspiring to be a Strathmore student in the years to come. Right, as you can see, she's already challenged me in a way. She's a debater, a scout, and a sign language champion. Is it? And as of now, a published author. Her book is called My Heart Remembers. I love that name. My Heart Remembers, as you can see. And it's one of the most tender, honest, and powerful things I have read in a long time. It is a personal story of pain, loss, and hope in Jesus. told through the eyes of a child who has known grief up close and found the courage to write about it so that other children don't have to face it alone. So today on Perspective Flux, we are giving it back to the children as well. Marrie is 10 years old here. I know she's going to talk, but right now we just want to make a lot of clarification on this. So this book speaks to every child, every parent, every grandparent, anyone who has walked the road of loss or who is walking alongside someone who has. And in a powerful act of generosity, 30% of every copy sold goes directly to support deaf children. Did you hear that? She's already a community server. So, I mean, that's so powerful. Who need therapy and counseling. Because Marielyn's heart is not just big, it is wide, and she's opened it up for everyone. So settle in, take a breath. This one is going to touch something deep. Please welcome Marielyn Kihumba. Marrie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, I feel younger. I feel beautiful just because of you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. So tell our beautiful community your name and what you're all about just before we dive into our different kind of questions.
Hello, my name is Marielyn Kihumba. I'm 10 years old. As she has said, I school at Nairobi Primary School. I'm a scout, I am a debater, and I'm in grade 5. And I am a daughter to Judy Kihumba and Andrew Kihumba, and I am the first one in my family. And I have 2 siblings who are younger. Their names are Melissa and Eloise. And I'm really glad to be here today because it's God's favor who gave me this purpose to come.
Oh, wow. Did you just hear that? God's favor who has given us the purpose and the opportunity. So, Marielyn, your book begins with I am 10 years old. I am 10 years old. So, in this question, I just want to ask you, why did you decide to write this book?
I decided to write this book because I went through really pain grief. When in 2019 or 2020, I lost my grandmother. She was a really special person to me because every time she would come, we were neighbors, so every time she would come to my house, check on me. She used to take me to school. I remember this time she took me to school. She bought for me Ribena. I was drinking it, then I poured it all over the car. Instead of shouting and complaining, we laughed together. Then we went to school and he came back. She bought for me things. And in 2024, I lost my auntie. By the way, 2024 was a very hard season for me. I lost my auntie. She was very special to me, really special. And she was a fashion queen. She that's one detail. She used to dress. It was perfect.
Wow.
So in August, I lost my auntie in June. In August, I lost my best friend. Her name was Modoni. She died because she went for a camp. She got food poisoning. And she went to the hospital. After 4 days, she died. And that really pained me because we used to watch our favorite movies. Like, for example, MSA, we used to watch together. We had our own secret language that nobody could understand. But now, I don't know who I can express my feelings to, but I have God here by my side. And me, I don't express my feelings through talking or through acting or through any expressive way. I love writing, so I decided, let me write a book. I wrote like a scenario of what I went through in my journal. Then mom took my journal and read everything. Then she said, let's write a book.
Oh, wow.
In October until December 1st, I launched my book, and I really thank God that went through for me, and I sold over 300 copies.
Wow.
And I really thank God. And I don't know how I can say that.
Wow, that's such a powerful story, Marie. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I just want to remind my community that, as you can see, the way she can really express herself, she's talking about the loss of a good friend. They had secret language. You'd always gossip, right? Nicely, good ones. And also, unfortunately, lost the auntie and the loving grandmother. Some of the things as parents, we normally put our kids aside and don't attack them even to their feelings. This just remind you that as young as they are, they've got feelings. They have feelings, and those feelings needs to the emotions. Sorry, they have emotions, and those emotions still need to be taken care of without being neglected. So today, I know, as I've promised, you're going to dive into something that is going to touch your life even after you press stop in the podcast. So we're just going to talk about the book, and from there you'll be able to know more about My Heart Remembers. I think I'm in love. I'm in love with the title as well. So why did you name your book as My Heart Remembers?
Okay, first, the heart never forgets love, and that 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 statement went through my mind, went through bushes. Then I thought, my heart remembers that. It remembers all the people I've lost in this book, and I've written everything in this book. And
Okay.
my heart is the one that carries every single person I love, and it remembers each and every person, even if they are dead, even if they are alive. I really, yeah,
All right.
that's why.
So, just reading at the book, I know you talk about the people you've lost. You're just talking about your friends. Yeah, the ones you've lost. I mean, talk about your loving grandma and all that. Did you even have a word for what you are feeling in the book? Did you have a word of this, a description of what you're feeling?
Yes.
Mm.
There's is the in the book there is this rainbow chart that shows each and every feeling of each and every child. Like, for example, red is anger, orange is anxiety, and
Mm.
yellow is yellow is calmness, and pink is happiness.
Happiness.
And children, sometimes I feel like they need those things, and sometimes for example, a mother, they have lost a person this day, then the following day the child cries on that day that they are lost the person. Then the following day they just go and play, they are happy, they don't even look like they had lost a person. But one thing parents do not know, that their children are grieving while they are playing, because sometimes those games that that child plays is the games that they used to play with their loved one who they lost.
Yeah.
And I really think that parents misunderstood children, and children should be heard. They should have a voice to be heard in terms of grief. And children, for example, yesterday, for example, yesterday they eat food slowly. They have lost a person, yes. Then the following day they eat food slowly. Then the following day they eat food slowly, like that, like that. They do opposite things that they used to do kitambo, because the person has lost a person. That's grief. That's grief. That's what children do when they grieve.
Wow, wow. Did you just hear that? That parents sometimes misunderstand the children, and also they need to be keen on the games their children are playing, especially during grief. So, because from there you are able to understand your child and support your child accordingly. Wow, this is so fantastic. Can you just imagine a 10-year-old addressing us parents? Parents, well, I know at the start she mentioned that the girl, when they were going to school, the girl, there's a time she poured coffee. I don't know, as those days if you poured coffee, I don't know, we would be slapped. And it's not even our case. So I think that's really a good experience. As you can see, we are enjoying our time here. It's just a way of how parenting should be done, and not just think that children do not have emotions. They do have emotions, and sometimes the emotions they are into their daily activities. So parents are called up upon to stand up and be keen and focus on their child, on their children or child, whichever number, so that you are able to act accordingly. So tell me, you mentioned your fantastic dad, your mother, your friends. Just who made you do this?
God. I
Yes?
can just say God.
Wow.
But my mother, I love her because she pushes me to do the extent. And even my dad, he helped me a lot. We went through all of it together. And my mom gave me this idea to write a book because I never even thought of that. Because when me, I write in my journal, it looks like a story I'm writing. So I really thank my mom that she gave me this power and like authority to write this
To
book.
write the book.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. I'm so proud of your mom, and I'm sure she's the happiest woman on earth right now. Even watching you, seeing you being the girl you need to be, I think she's the most happiest mom, and I mean, it's a dream for all mothers. Yes, it's a dream for all mothers because that I normally see. Remember when you have the sports days in the school, when they come to cheer you up, sometimes when you cry together, is it? That's because of joy and the pride. So thanks for doing that for your parents. It's really, really good. And also the children, you are opening up this episode specifically for children as well, that you get encouraged and just remember to cling on. I can see you've also said in your book that you found comfort in Jesus.
Yes.
Finding comfort in Jesus is a very special thing, especially during loss. And we find comfort through faith. Did you ever question your faith?
Yes. Because
Did you ever question even Jesus? Like, how did you take grandma
Yeah,
away? How
a
did this
lot.
happen? Tell us
A
more. Tell
lot.
us. Tell us more about that, Mama.
I lost, so those people I lost, they were one of my favorite people I lost. So I was like, God, why aren't you seeing me? I'm struggling. And you're just, the same year, you're just taking another person's life. You're just, I don't know what to do now. Lord, please help me. I'm not seeing how you're helping me, Lord, please. I'm just, my heart is just cracking into pieces. But when I just let it go and I just let it God to do it, everything, I just found comfort. I just, like, for example, I slept in his arms like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I Now I learned to trust Jesus and God, and I learned to take my faith to the extent of believing in him.
Wow. Hi, Mary. You're just ticking my boxes all the time. Do you know, I just like you. You're a special person.
Thank
You know, you're the best person I've met today. Hey, you have no idea. Do you have idea? Ah, you make me happy. Anyway, so one of the powerful things about this book is that it also guides adults. And adults, I mean, even the caregivers, I mean, the parents, grandparents, teachers. That's the power. That's something powerful about this book. So, what is the mistake you see adults make?
Mistaking the children.
Eh?
Like
The mistake you see.
the mistake I see is they mistake like the children, like they mistook the child into doing, like, for example, like the example I've given before, a
Let me get
child,
something else.
a parent's a parent's child, a parent's child is playing, then a parent is like, did we just lose someone yesterday and you're still playing like it's a good thing? And they're not even keen of what they are playing, what their children are playing. But me, I see parents, like, for example, my mother, she was very keen when I went through grief, and I went through counseling. I really think counseling is really good for a child. But before a child goes for counseling, they should first, the parents should first take good, keen look on their children, and they should look at their children on every behavior they are doing. Like they used to do, they used to drink tea like slowly, quickly, but then now they're drinking slowly, quickly.
Or sometimes they're not even drinking.
Yeah, they're not even drinking.
You're
They have
forcing
mood
them.
swings. Yeah,
You're forcing
like
them.
that. That actually breaks our. It's like, for example, this is the child's heart. It's already broken half. Now, if a parent misunderstands the child, it's broken like this. If a parent just doesn't even care about the child, it's broken completely.
Oh.
And you're making the child feel bad about themselves. That can lead to depression.
Yes, that's very true, Marie. Marie, you are touching me. You're touching me in so many ways. And I'm sure even the parents or the guidance and also even teachers, it's important that we be keen with the children we are taking care of, even in school. Just be keen. It's a little of attention, just a little tenderness, attention that can really support us to, give services, the required services to the children, so that we don't mistake them. And that's the mistake that we do as adults. We mistake the children, as Maria's rightfully put it. And Marie, let me just ask you another. Maybe it's the one. It's true. I only have two other questions. Then we'll have a fun time for us. So, the book says, children may not have the words for loss, but they feel it deeply. Can you describe a moment from your own experience as Marie where you felt something you just couldn't say out loud?
Even my sister, I saw her, she was grieving. 2 days after we lost, and I don't know, Auntie Lucy or Modoni, my sister started bedwetting. She started that I used to tap my thumb. My sister used to bedwet because that was really painful for her. Yes, she used to go outside, she used to go to school, she plays, she dances, she does all that, all the normal things she used to do. But that thing still deeply hurts her. And that's why I see there are symptoms of how children grieve differently. And if parents are not keen on what their children are doing, we don't know now how children don't know how parents are helping them, or parents are supporting them in this strive to grieve. Because I see parents sometimes they think they're the only ones who grieve, but they don't even know that children even grieve. Yes, they cry this day, but they go and play the other day, but they're not even keen on what they are doing. So my sister used to bedwet. That's one of the symptoms, like bedwetting, some sucking, refusing to eat, mood swings, playing games that they used to play with their loved ones. Those are some of the symptoms that causes when children grieve and when parents are not keen. Children sometimes even they have, for example, teenagerhood. They usually see like parents don't help them when they are during their grief, and they usually even shout at their parents, and parents sometimes even they punish their children, not knowing that their children are grieving and not knowing that they need to help their children. That's why I recommend parents to actually be keen on their children, and if they are keen enough they can take them to counseling. They tell that counselor what their children are going through, what they have gone through all this time. Yeah, that's what I recommend.
Oh, wow, well, that's powerful, Marie. That's so powerful. And you seem to be very experienced. You're talking like an adult, man. You're such a blessed human being.
Thank you.
Yes, such a blessed human being. I know, talking about the deaf community, 30% of this book proceeds go towards therapy and counseling of deaf children. How did your passion for the deaf community and grief work come together? And why does this matter personally to you?
First, the group that I am the president, it's called Lugha Ishara. it really helps me to calm down. In terms, I bond with my friends who are deaf because it's a deaf children organization, and I'm really thankful to the person who made that organization. Her name is Nancy Wagi, and I'm really thankful, and it really matters to me because this 30% will help the children who need counseling and will help counselors to understand, to get the synopsis of what that child needs, and it will help the processing of the child and the counselor to bond. And I want to donate this money to all those people who are going to counseling. And if you buy this book, you learn more about it. And I'm really thankful for you hosting me today. Yeah.
Oh, wow. For me, I'm really thankful for reaching out into the community and also giving back to the community because, most of the time when we get some proceeds such as that, we tend to keep them for ourselves and forgetting the community. So just remembering the vulnerable community, I think that's such a big blessing. And you know what? When you keep on giving, you also get, right?
Yeah.
There's power in giving, right?
Yes.
So when you give, you get. And even the Lord encourages to give. Yes. And even as a person, when you grow up and you learn about something, it is important that you come out and now teach other people on what it is, and that is giving back to the community. So even for that area, I think I really want to appreciate that. And may the good Lord still guide and bless you on this, right?
Amen.
Yes. But I wanted to ask you something, Marie, because I know your book is about loss, it's about grief. And even me as an adult, I'm a senior citizen. I know you guys are just coming in. I must tell you that I lost my dad, and I've never stopped grieving, you know. And sometimes when the situation comes, my dad used to help me with my academics,
Wow.
even when I was doing my undergraduate, that is degree, the second one. And then now, this third one, I'm finding it a bit difficult with him away. You get it? So sometimes I'm in my books and I'm like, I wish my dad was there. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do this with him. And I find there's a gap there. So for you, how are you writing these difficult chapters? When you're imagining your grandma coming to check on you, bringing for you presents, you are neighbors, or sometimes you just go and spend there and she spoils you with chocolates,
Yes.
Yeah, so just just invite your other fellow children and tell them about it and even how you overcame or how you're still overcoming because again, you never forget, is it? Yes, just tell them, share with them, have joy.
I think that yes, we remember that gap of you and, for example, Jemmie's dad, and I know that that is really painful. As I was saying, that children are really good, and their heart should never forget love. I know you remember the things that your father or mother used to do for you, whatever the things, what you learned with them, the life experiences you learned with them, and that's what I have to say to you, everyone who's watching and viewing.
Wow, wow. And now in the chapters, was there one that was really, really difficult to write? Like you are writing and the memories are coming, you write and you're like, ooh, which chapter is that?
The one for Modoni, because that was really hard for me, because now we create a secret language. We do everything together. We watch everything we want to watch. We tell all the secrets we know, and you, and then she just suddenly she dies, and that really pains me. Um, Writing about her was a really big journey because my mom helped me write that part, and I really felt bad and somehow good because I know God is comforting me, and I know God is there with me, and God gave me very good and gracious parents who support me all the time, and they never stop supporting me and loving me.
Powerful, 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 powerful. Let me ask you. Another question I would ask is that you've talked to their fellow children and even to us as adults. You've even spoken to me. I don't know about you people, but what would you advise the children who have lost their loved ones, or even the adults, to hold on to? Just hold on to. What would you advise them and encourage them to do?
The heart never forgets love. I encourage them to do whatever they used to do with their loved ones, and I encourage them to continue the thing the loved ones used to do, and really I think that they should actually embrace of what they used to do together, and they should always never forget the love that that person used to give you, and always embrace what they used to do with you, and remember each and everything you used to do together, all the nice things they used to tell you, all the good things they used to tell you, everything you went through together. Yeah, that's what I want to say to the viewers.
Wow, wow, wow. I think you've all picked something from there. And Marrie goes beyond even the book itself because she has a dream to become a pediatrician. Oh my goodness. The next president. Oh my, oh my. Can you just imagine that? And again, she's going to be the president because you know what? We are encouraged to dream. And actually, that's one gift from God. And the moment now you are putting it like something you've already foreseen yourself, you want to become a pediatrician, you want to become a president. And what else do you want to become?
I want to become nothing else. That's all I want to become, and a pastor.
And a pastor. Oh, you mean, you know, you're already that. Because it starts from saying. The confession bit is very powerful. You confess, and then you put it down the way you put it down, and then now you start seeing yourself. And you see, if you start seeing yourself as a president, you're already becoming. You're becoming what you see. Yes. What you tune into, you turn into.
Yes.
Can you live with that?
Yes.
What you tune into, you turn into. So if you're tuning into leadership, to maybe, let's say, like pediatrician, you're already tuning into it, you will turn into it because that's the environment you're creating for yourself. Any child watching, any parent, any guidance, it is very important to encourage your children to put their emotions down to write. At the end of the day, it's important to ask them, how are you feeling? What made you sad today? What made you happy today? That's how it begins like that. And I'm sure even your parents put into that so that you could write a book like this. I'm not saying that everyone's going to be a writer or an author, but I'm just saying it is important that you study your child's emotions, how they flow. And if you find this any diversion, then you need to ask why and be keen to realize how then you can support them accordingly. And that's what we've been powered by Marrie here today on My Heart Remembers. And she keeps on saying this beautiful statement that the heart never
forgets love.
Say it again.
The heart never forgets love.
Yes, again.
The heart never forgets love.
Yes, the heart never forgets love. Who knew that? Let's just be vulnerable. The heart never forgets love. So anyway, as we are doing this, I think it's now time to close. It's been sweeter to have you. I think we could have you longer. We should do part 2, right? Or what do you think? Yeah, I do. This girl, I'll take you from your mom. Are you going to come with me?
Yes.
All right. So anyway, so I just want us to have a nice questions. We are not closed yet, but I just wanted to have. Do you plan to write the next book?
Yes, I'm already planning it.
Ooh, do you already have like a title to it?
No.
Not yet, but you're already in the
It's
process.
like a novel.
It's like a novel.
Yet.
Oh.
But on this book, My Heart Remembers,
Yes.
I'm actually going to do it animation so that children can understand better. I'm going to do it in sign language so that the deaf can understand better. I'm going to do it in audio so the blind can understand better, and all the other people who have different disabilities can understand through those 3 ways. Yeah.
Man, Marie, the way I'm looking at you, sincerely from my heart, God is my witness. Do you know you're a trillionaire? My
Yes.
goodness. There's nothing as powerful as touching lives. And for you, I think it's inclusivity. You're already practicing it, even in your book. You want everyone to enjoy it. And I can see you are practicing inclusivity where the
Blind will see and the deaf will hear.
wonderful, wonderful. So it will be everyone. Do you know you're a trillionaire, by the way?
How?
Do you know you're a worldly known person? Yeah, this one we have to. This is the episode we are going to promote. Like, I don't know. We're gonna promote. Everyone is going to know about Marielyn. Everyone's going to know about My Heart Remembers. And why I'm saying you're a trillionaire, I don't just say it's because of money, but when you touch lives, you already a wealthier person.
Yes.
And when you impact lives positively, you are such a blessing and you'll never lack. Oh my goodness. Are your parents even ready for you? I don't think so. Do you think so?
Yes.
I think they're ready to handle a trillionaire in their house right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, Marie, you're going places. You have no idea.
Thank you.
I am so happy for you. So, Marielyn, if you could have a dinner with any one person in history, who will it be? In history.
In history, Jomo Kenyatta.
Jomo Kenyatta. Who Jomo Kenyatta?
Because he was a historic leader and he learned more and had more wise saying and history in this land, and I want to learn how leadership is through him and how to handle people in this life we are living in this Kenya we are living in.
Who is this kid, by the way? Who are you? You're just too much. You're too much good. Oh my goodness. Another tricky one. Where do you feel most like yourself? Where, is it books or outdoors?
Mostly both.
Both. You feel yourself in both, yeah?
I feel myself in both.
One word that describes grief to a child.
One word that describes grief to a child.
Loss.
Loss or pain.
Pain. That's powerful. Marielyn, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your honesty, for your courage, and for sharing something so personal with all of us. That's personal,
Yeah.
with all of us. Yes. You have reminded us today that grief has no age limit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still grieving. People are grieving. Even grandparents are grieving. I mean, there's no age limit to that. So you've just reminded us that. And neither does healing. There's no age limit. You can still heal on that. So to everyone listening, what we just heard was not just the story of one little girl. It was a mirror for every parent who has stood helpless beside a grieving child, not knowing what to say. For every child who has felt something so heavy, they had no words for it. For every grandparent quietly carrying loss. And for every person who has wondered whether healing is even possible. Marielyn, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your courage and for sharing your personal story with all of us. We don't take it for granted. You have reminded us today that grief has no age limit, nor as healing does. So we really want to thank you even to my community members. I am happy and I hope that you have been blessed and touched with the story and you've learned something even on how to manage the grief and also help your children grieve better. That's something you've managed to do that. And as we have this wise lady here, lakini you know what? You're so powerful.
Thank you.
Any wise saying for us?
My Reverend, my best friend called Reverend Ochilo tells me you're smarter than you think, you're braver than you believe, and you're stronger than you think.
Wow. Can you tell them that?
You're smarter than you think, you're braver than you believe, and you're stronger than you see.
Eish, my people, isn't this not a very good gift? I am so happy. I am very happy. And tell us, whoever would like to, give back to the community by supporting you and also having the 30% proceeds go to the deaf. How do they find your book?
You can contact this number 0725 733 843. 0725 733 843. You can contact that number to get more information about the book and how you can get it through that number.
Yes, we are also going to put it in the description on how you can get the book and how it can be delivered to you so that you can have it and also have your children read it, is it?
Yes.
Yes, even the children can enjoy with you reading it. It's a gift you can give to your children now that you're headed to Mother's and Father's Day. I am just encouraging you that this can be a good gift for your family members so that then we grieve together and heal together. As you have been told, it has no age limit. To everyone listening, what we just heard was not just the story of one little girl. It was a mirror for every parent who has stood helpless beside a grieving child, not knowing what to say. For every child who has felt something so heavy, they had no words for it. For every grandparent quietly carrying loss, and for every person who has wondered whether healing is even possible. The answer from a 10-year-old who has lived it is yes. Yes, it is possible, and you do not have to do it alone. Is that true?
Yes.
So here is Mary telling us, yes, it is possible, healing is possible, and grieving is necessary. Healing is possible. And the answer from Marrie is yes, it is possible. And that answers our question. To everyone here, thank you very much. If you found this resonating to you, kindly subscribe on our podcasts. That is Perspective Flux. Until another day, let's keep on being a blessing to the communities that we serve. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Mama, thank you very much. You've made me so happy. I don't know what to do. I just need to give you a hug. I think it's in this case I ought to have just knelt. Guys, are you capturing this nice hug? Thank you so much. And because you're going to become a president, I'm one proud person that I've interviewed you when you're still young. By the time you become a president, I'll be a very, very old shush. Please remember Acing Life with Jemmie when that time comes. Okay. But because you seem to be a faithful and well brought up child, I'm sure this is going to be a good memory. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yes. Thank you so much.
Remember, growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the flux. Welcome to Perspective Flux. Let's grow together.